Good morning, everybody. This is just a quick update on my iCAD challenge since the deadline for getting them in is coming up. I have had several people, want to enter. They don't do videos. Some have blogs, so I've kind of updated the rules a little bit just so they could participate, because I'd like everybody that wants to participate. And so I've got everybody written down here that had put a comment under my original video. I've got some people that like Maria and Queenie and Crafty Paws and I think Kendra and Amy and Kathy at Huckleberry Herbs and Farms. They just surprised me. They didn't put a comment down below that they were going to participate. They just did a VR. They sent it in. I've received it. I have not received Kathy's yet from Huckleberry Herbs and Art, but I know it's on its way because she's already done a VR. So I've gone through, and I hope I have not missed anybody. If I'm going to read them off real quick. And I know I'm going to get this first one wrong. Dee Dee Die, what's new? I'm just going to list off the ones that had signed up that they wanted to participate. Kathy Keys, I know, Kathy, you don't do videos. That's fine. When I get yours, you'll get an entry for being received. Lenny Vaughn's 2, I've seen your VR, waiting for it. Art Junkie, Shannon. Haven't seen a VR or anything yet. Kay at Kazikins 1, you had put on there that you'd like to. Inspired Soul, Rosa. Okay, now Rosa was my first VR, my first received. And so I'm going to give her a point for her video response, for the fact that I received it. Plus, she will get one entry for being my first VR and my first received. So that's a little bonus for the first person that participates in my challenge. I try to give you an extra chance, or I send an extra goodie out as a surprise. I've done that in the past too. This time it's just going to be an additional entry. Sonia, I have seen your VR. Veronica at Pattinson's Fan, I saw your VR. Laura at Laura Loves Lace. Fit Kitty, she's a blogger, and she did a blog post for me, and I appreciate that. So I'm just waiting for hers to arrive. And Pam, the one and only Gran, she's jumping in here at last minute, but that's fine. So if you are somewhere where it might not get here, by the 1st, if you do a VR, you'll still get one entry instead of 2, if that makes sense. So the main reason I said that is because she's jumping in right now, and today's the 26th, so we don't have but, what, 4 days before the receiving date deadline. And just letting y'all know that that is a way to get an entry. I just want this to be fun. Bridget Downey, she doesn't do videos, but hers has arrived. So she gets one entry. Up and Down They're Beautiful, Sherry. I haven't seen a VR or received anything yet. Auntie Bernie, Lori Seabrook, and Barbara Alexandra. I know Barb said that she would only be participating if she can get caught up. And boy, let me tell you, I know how that is. Jessica at Mama JT4. I've seen your VR and I received it. Annie. Annie has done a VR. And she's going to get an extra point. Annie XHX is going to get an extra entry because she is my inspiration for this challenge. So she already gets 2 just by doing a VR and inspiring me. Lisa, Maggie 2005, Cupcake. Hey girl, I'm so glad you're feeling better and getting back on YouTube. She's already done her VR. Marla H. Tina Kappa, she did a VR, and we are fearing that it may have gotten lost in the mail, but Tina, you will still get one entry because you did do a VR. Thank you. Donna Gonzalez, you get one for VR and it's been received. Mary Hill doesn't do videos, but she wanted to participate. So if hers gets here on time, she'll have an entry. Tanya Smith, Seriously Scrapping Irene. Irene has already earned an entry because she did a VR. Crafty Corner with Esther C. and her Peanut. And Peanut can jump in too if she'd like to, Esther. If y'all would do a VR together, you both get entered that way, okay? If you each do an iCAD for me, because I know she likes to craft too. Maria Bayless, she's sneaky. She just did a VR and sent it in, and so did Erin, Queenie E, Christina, Crafty Paws, and Kendra Nolan and Amy Aljon. They all were sneaky and just did a VR and sent it in. They didn't bother with signing up on the comments or nothing. They were just jumped right to. And then Kathy, Huckleberry Herbs and Art, also, she's done a VR, so I know hers is on its way. So those are the gals that have said they were going to participate. I've tried to say whether I've seen your VR. If I called your name and I didn't say I saw your VR yet, I try to check, you know, I go to your channels to try to check to see if a VR has been done. And I'll do that one more time before the end of the day on June 1st to make sure I haven't missed anybody. So anyway, other than that, I do have another little update because I noticed when I was rewatching the original video and I said that the second prize would be 2 8x8 pads. Well, then I got away from the computer and I remembered they aren't 8x8 pads. So second prize will be 5 6x6 pads. Okay, you'll get 5 of these. These are the 5 that will be second prize. And then I'm just going to give you a sneak peek at what I've got for first prize right here. It'll probably cost me a fortune to go overseas, but I'm not going to pull anything out because I want it to be kind of a surprise, but you can see little peeks. And the basket here I found on our adventure to the mountains to find waterfalls last weekend, or weekend before last. And I got it at the Goodwill. I bought myself one and I bought my first prize winner one. It's a really neat corded basket, and I just thought it was a nice neutral kind of a steel gray color. So that all of this here will be for my first prize winner, and I might stick a couple more things. There's still a little bit of room here and there that I can stick things in, but that is what I have going. And I want to thank you all so much for having fun with this challenge with me, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye guys.